Hello, welcome to another episode of Two Hands, One Drink, and with this one, I thought I would answer a question that you all have been sending me over and over again. What is my favorite cocktail? I mean, you guys just seem to want to know, what is my favorite? Where do I come down on that? And the answer is the Negroni. So in this episode, I am going to talk about and I am going to show you my favorite cocktail, the Negroni. But before we get into that, you know the drill, folks. Let's do the like, let's do the subscribe, let's do the notify, get all that done with, and then we can carry on learning about what I think is the greatest cocktail. Now, the Negroni is a 3-ingredient cocktail. It has London Dry Gin, it has sweet vermouth, and it has Campari, and they're in equal parts. So that's the traditional method. Put them in equal parts, stir over ice, strain, and you're done. Wait. Not so fast. There's more to it, okay? Okay, first up, a little bit of history. See, this cocktail actually wasn't the original cocktail that was made in this form. The original cocktail was the Americano. The Americano was an Italian cocktail that was equal parts sweet vermouth, Campari, and club soda. And this was probably just an embellishment of the Italian standby of Campari and club soda. Okay, so the story goes, and again, this is one of those cocktail history stories, and who knows how true it is, that Count Negroni came into a bar in Florence around 1919, I think, and he asked for a stronger version of his favorite cocktail, which happened to be the Americano. Well, if he wants it stronger, they took out the one thing that had no alcohol in it, which was the club soda, and they threw in gin, and the rest is history, and a classic was born. So, the fact is that this 1-to-1-to-1 ratio is really what makes the Negroni the Negroni. And it's often referred to as the Negroni ratio, and any cocktail that you see that is 3 ingredients in equal parts is often just referred to as a riff on a Negroni because the Negroni is the archetype of the 1-to-1-to-1 cocktail. Now, I'm not a person who ever accepts any recipe that is given at face value, and of course I started from that thing, but then I started playing with the recipe to come up with the ratios that I like the best, and mine isn't 1-to-1-to-1, but I still think it's a pretty good Negroni, and this is how I like to put it together. Now we're going to start with the glass that we're going to form. I'm going to do a nice big rocks glass, and into this I want to put one big ice cube, okay? One giant ice cube, just drop that in there. And right next to it, I'm going to tuck in an orange wheel. Okay, we're just going to take a slice right out of that orange. I'm going to tuck it in right next to my giant ice cube in my glass. Okay, set that aside. Then into my stirring glass, I'm going to put my ingredients. Okay, we're going to put in 2 ounces of London Dry Gin. Right? You want to use the London Dry. You want that nice, bright, sharp juniper flavor that a London Dry brings to this cocktail. It's really the hallmark of it, if you ask me. We're going to add 1.5 ounces of sweet vermouth and 1.5 ounces of Campari. And those two together give you your sweet and your bitter that really come into beautiful balance, and what just makes this a cocktail that goes to extremes and then finds its balance. And then, if you want a little bit of orange bitters, I mean, orange is a big flavor here. If you want to put in a dash or 2 of orange bitters, usually the Campari gets it done, but you know me, I do like me some bitters. So if you want to put in a little bit of orange bitters, that's totally up to you. Okay, we're going to put in our ice. We're going to give this the usual set of stirs. Okay, that is our usual 100 stirs, and I want to do that. I want to do the mixing, chilling, and diluting ahead of time because I want to pour in a fully mixed, fully chilled cocktail before it ever touches this big ice cube that's in there. So the ice cube itself isn't going to start melting right away and disappearing. It's just going to be a nice, gradual, gentle melt that keeps my cocktail cool and beautiful. Look at that. Oh my God, that color alone is just enough to get me ready to drink. I absolutely love this one. Oh yeah, that's it. That is That is my favorite cocktail. Now, the best part about this is there's tons of fantastic variants on Negronis that are out there as well. I mean, besides the Americano, which we already talked about, there is the awesome Boulevardier. And that's where you take out the gin and you put in whiskey, usually bourbon, actually. There's also the Aperol Negroni, where you make this, but instead of the super bitter Campari, you use Aperol instead. It makes for a less bitter cocktail if that's something that you'd like. And then the one that is my favorite name of any of them is the Negroni Sbagliato. And that means Negroni mistake in Italian. And it's actually just take out the gin and you finish it off with Prosecco instead. And it's bubbly and light, and I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. So no matter which one you try, no matter what variant you like, you're sure to like it as much as me, okay? Give these a shot, try some fantastic Negroni and Negroni variants, and I will see you next time. Enjoy!